Blaney versus Logano, Penske versus Penske. Let's go back to our sheet. We got Logano is the bottom of Tier 2, but still a Tier 2. Blaney's the top of Tier 3. Blaney getting plus money against Joseph Logano.
Yes.
Like I have this as a coin flip. Like, once again, I think it's the bad odds. Now, it's a coin flip. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and anybody could go it either way. But put that in dark green. That's a Blaney versus Logano. Matter of fact, I would say you better take it early, because if Blaney outqualifies him, it could flip the other way.
Right.
Blaney versus Logano, coin flip. What do you say, Professor, on the head-to-head tool? You're going to say Logano. That's why he's minus money.
All day long, Logano.
He's minus 145. Keselowski and Reddick.
Keselowski all day long for me on those two.
See, and he's the dog. Barely, but the dog.
Keselowski.
Short track, man. He's veteran at short track. He's going to be pretty solid.
I like that too, actually.
I actually like that better than Blaney over Logano. Bell and Truex. I mean, listen, it's Truex. It's just a question if it's a minus 140. I think he's going to outrun Bell. The predictor would agree. Elliott and Busch. So here you go. So if we're going off predictor, this is a wrong line per the predictor. Chase Elliott on the predictor is a second-tier driver. Kyle Busch is a Tier 3 driver, almost at the bottom. And Elliott is even money against Busch. Busch is the heavy favorite at minus 135. So purely off the predictor. And listen, Busch, like I said, wrecked 3 times at New Hampshire. So, and Professor, like we said, we're not going to fade him, right? Professor, we're not going to go against Kyle Busch across the board. But you feel better about Chase Elliott. You would think this is a bad line.
Yeah, I think this is a Chase Elliott bet.
I agree. Man, we're finding some good head-to-heads here.
Yeah.
Byron and Harvick, this one's hard. I think they're going to duel. I mean, I know Harvick's a Tier 2 driver, but barely. Byron's having a monster year. It wouldn't shock me if Byron wins the race. I don't. It would be a no action for me on Byron or Harvick at the moment. Bowman and Suarez. Predictor has them running right next to one another, which shocks me. I would think Bowman would be better, but it has been a struggle. Bubba and Gibbs. And please, Professor, if you disagree, just jump right in. Bubba and Gibbs. We have, you would say, Bubba by a little, and I'm not.
Yeah, you're right. Bubba by a little.
Bubba by a little, and he's even money, but I don't know.
See, I would look at Gibbs in that bet.
Trending the wrong way. I'd have to have close. I'm not going to get bit. See, I wouldn't take it at minus 135, but minus 120 I might. And then Larson and Hamlin, that's a win bet, so you might as well. I mean, those two are going to race for the win. Plus, there's a little bit of fire there. They could wreck each other. Who knows? I don't think they will. Look at Chop's face. I mean, I think it's a low priority. I
don't think Young's not a guy that's going out to wreck anybody.
No, I agree. Is this correct odds on this next matchup?
If it is, it should be a hammer.
I'll double check, but when's the last time I was wrong?
Reddick, minus 300 against Austin Dillon at plus 220.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So head-to-head, the season all goes to Reddick, but when you go to track and track type, it all goes to Austin Dillon.
It's moved. It's now down to plus 180.
Still a hammer.
Still a hammer, yeah.
Dillon over Reddick. Dillon getting plus 150 or better is an absolute jump on it. 2 feet, cannonball in.
It's almost a coin flip, and you're getting.
I think it's
odds.
a coin flip. I totally think it's a coin flip. Not to mention,
they have
Austin Dillon was throwing his helmet at Tyler Reddick in turn 1 at Pocono. So if it's a last lap move, let me go ahead and tell you, Dillon's going to win them.
See, do you think this is books realizing some drama on the track last week? We have this. We have the Larson Hamlin at a couple spots. I hope that's the reason.
If there was a Priest Corey LaJoy up there, then we'd have all of them.
It's the next one.
That's A+. So listen.
Right.
Let me get on my soapbox for a minute. I've been ripping the books for the bad bets. I'm going the opposite. Bravo. This is the sport, right? It's about hate and rivalries and beating the crap out of each other. Bravo. This is A+ work by the books to carry last week's story forward. Well, I could tell you the Reddick-Dillon matchup in the world of the turn 1. So listen, to give Dillon credit, people are picking on his helmet throw. It's a damn big track. You know how far he threw that helmet? That isn't a 5-yard throw. I mean, my man, he threw that thing 60, 70 feet up the damn hill. That was a good throw. All right, well, for sure, Dillon over Reddick. LaJoy and Priest. I can't get on board with anything there.
You know, you'd think Priest, but not at minus 200.
Yeah.
And you can't bet Corey. I mean, man.
Yeah.
Ugh. Love the next one.
Gibbs Keselowski.
I'm on the Gibbs train right now.
You must be, because I'm thinking the
telling
other
you.
side of it. So
That man he's fast.
okay, now listen. Just hold on a minute. I'm going to pick on you for a minute.
Okay.
This is a 2-tier split. Keselowski is a tier 3 driver, and Gibbs is a
Want a
tier
side
5
action?
driver. Bet. Abso-damn-lutely.
All right. Mark it down.
24 frosty cold delivered Miller Lights.
Love it. Bet.
Bottles.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Wait,
accept it
we're
if
trying to
not.
do better. We're trying to lose weight. That's a bad bet.
Well,
1 month Peloton.
Protein shakes.
No, 1 month Peloton subscription. It's 40-something bucks.
I've got a 10-year subscription. I've used 4 months.
Let's stick with the beers. No, I got a better one.
Yeah.
I got one. You guys are going to laugh. Whoever loses has to go into Costco and buy our golf gloves next time.
Perfect.
Because it's a little, you got to go all the way in the back. It's right by the deli. You got to go in there. They have the best golf gloves. They're only 20-something bucks. It's a concept of going all the way into Costco, waiting in line. So for a pack of Costco golf gloves, I got
There you go.
Keselowski over Gibbs. Write it down, Trav, because I already forgot the other bet from last week. All right. I love this one. I'm on the exact opposite side. I'm all in on the predictor. That way, if I'm wrong, it's Russell's fault anyway. All right, Larson and Hamlin we're avoiding. Bell and Harvick. We said we didn't love Bell here. They're in the same group.
I like that. I like Harvick.
I'm off the Harvick's going to have to win somewhere train, but Harvick he runs.
What's the
pretty
predictor
good.
say? Or not the
They're
predictor,
right next to each
the
other.
head-to-head.
The head-to-head has Bell by a hair. But they're so close together, though.
Yeah. So if you like the veteran, I don't think you're wrong, Chop. I don't hate the Harvick over
Well,
Bell.
you get to, where can you take? We like Harvick as a whole. Where do we take?
Well, that's
him,
what I was
right?
going to
So
say. I'm
see there's
scanning
another
the
Harvick.
matchups to see if we can get over.
I don't
the
like
other
him over
bets.
Byron. I can tell you that.
I don't see anything else down here. These are a lot of the same ones we had at our friends at
Harvick,
DraftKings. I
Busch.
don't think we need to keep going. Let me go over to groups here. All right, so here's the problem I have. Group A is a winning bet. Truex, Larson, Hamlin, Bell. No dice. I'm taking one. But I will say, interestingly enough, it's 4.5 to 1 for Truex to win the race. 220 to win the group, but I think he's going to have to win the race to win this group. So Harvick, Busch, Byron, Logano. I don't hate Byron in there at plus 270 because I have him as like I said, he's a tier 1 driver and the only tier 1 driver in that group. Chastain, Elliott, Blaney, Reddick.
Elliott.
Yeah, it's Elliott, to be honest. Yeah, Elliott plus 210. Gibbs, Keselowski, Bowman, Almirola. This is the same thing we just talked about.
Gibbs.
So I have a question. Back to our I know you have these heads-ups, but where would you let's talk about you're on the Gibbs train.
Yep.
Do you like this is 2 to 1 when you talk about group bets in general? This is more of a,
Yep.
what odds are you looking for? Like 2 plus 210 he has to outrun 3 other guys.
It depends on who they are, obviously, but that's what I don't like in the groups is when you get a plus 150 or a plus 170
Okay.
or something.
Okay, so
So if I can see that means there's usually someone in the group that you're going to get a plus 300 for.
and you'll go the
And
other
so
way. Yeah.
as long as it's, I look and say, are they coin flips, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this group, to me, I think Gibbs is the best, and it's relatively. I would take Gibbs in that group, and plus 210's enough. I don't think
You and I are split,
think,
Gibbs Keselowski. So
Yeah,
it's
so
no
that's-
different than a heads up. You and
Right.
I are
Yeah.
split on this one.